welcome to Exploring the Ka with host Rock Staldo. And this is my own personal YouTube channel that I'm sharing with everybody. And I'm on my way to work, and I just got a promotion at work, so a lot more responsibilities and a lot harder work too. And I wanted to, let you guys know that I'm going to be sharing all types of topics on this channel. If anybody is familiar with me and who I am, then you know that I've been into martial arts or some kind of combat sports most of my life, from wrestling to karate to kickboxing, Muay Thai, a little jiu-jitsu, no-gi jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai basically is really important to me and has been for over 20 years. And so being that I've been into both ground fighting and stand-up fighting, MMA was just a natural love for me when it first started. When I first saw Vale Tudo in Brazil and what they were calling NHB, no holds barred fighting, and things like that, I would actually rather it be no gloves, no rules but eye gouging and kicking in the private parts, and just go in there, because you can't punch as hard if you're wearing no gloves, which leads to less head trauma. Actually, people would think it would be even more brutal, but no. So when you got no gloves on, you can't punch as hard and you will break your hand. So you approach it a little bit differently, and it's like a real fight. Just you in there, you were in there in a pair of shorts with another man locked in there, and you're fighting for your life. I mean, when you tap, that means you're gonna get choked to death, or you're gonna get beat to death. So it's pretty intense battle of martial arts skills. It's not just you're in there like two cavemen. I mean, it's really interesting if the two guys are skilled martial artists. So I don't care that I have a spiritual side and I have a part of me that likes martial arts and combat sports, because that's who we are as a human. We're intricate like that. And I'm like a warrior shaman. I've always been that way. Even before I actually knew what the terms meant, I was already that way. And what I want to talk about is how Astral and Soul technology is used in all sports, and I'm going to use combat sports in particular. And someone that has exploded on the scene, McGregor, and Jose Aldo was the champion at that weight class. I think 145, I think it is, for years. I mean, he was the king. He's about, a little guy, 5'6", 5'8", from Brazil, a soccer player with strong leg kicks, and he has good Muay Thai, and he's a world-class jiu-jitsu fighter, and he's just very quick, very tricky, and a pit bull. He just comes at you, attacks you with leg kicks. And McGregor is a really good talker, and he's got skills, but he doesn't have ground fighting skills too much. I mean, he's not a world-class jiu-jitsu guy or a wrestler, and so he isn't the most elite of the elite of MMA, but the combination of his confidence, his karate skills, and his striking, and the power of his left hand, and the trickiness of his movement. It's almost like a snake, It's he hides that left hand really well. You get touched by it, and you don't see it coming, and that's the worst. The next thing you know, you're on Queer Street. But we are being most people are being conducted like an orchestra by unseen forces, and when they use certain numbers and certain things, like Conor McGregor knocking out Jose Aldo in 13 seconds. That 13 is a ritual number. It's a code. It's a symbol. It's a, you know, a ritual done, and he doesn't even realize what's going on, for sure. He just knows he knocked the man out in 13 seconds, right? And he goes crazy. But behind the scenes are these unseen antimatter beings feeding off the energy of everything, and they're using the 13-second knockout. That's a ritual. Even the number 13, they're using that to create things and abilities in the astral. When you use symbols in the physical, it'll create things in the astral, and when you create things in the astral, it'll reflect on what's going on in the physical, you know, as above, so below. So they are creating abilities and energy and unseen food for themselves, you know, in the astral for them, by making these ritualistic combat symbols. That just being one example, you know, in the physical plane. You know, there was a huge build-up to that fight. All this energy, people fighting, people arguing, so much being created. And then it's sealed with that 13-second knockout of Jose Aldo. Oh my God, you don't know what that created in the astral for these beings. And that's just a little example of what I'm talking about. And this is Exploring the Ka with host Ra Castaldo, and Spiral out.